right, folks, getting ready to do a little bit of testing for speed and range of the NuCanoe Pursuit with the Torqeedo Ultralight 403 AC. I have Trey Leach of Innovative Sportsman here, and he's going to take us through what he's come up with and what he'll soon offer in terms of, you know, the hardware needed to mount the 403 AC on the Pursuit. You're also going to be able to handle the other NuCanoe models as well, right?
Right. We're going to soon be testing this out on the Frontier, and we know from past experience with the NuCanoes, if it fits the Frontier and the Pursuit, it will fit the Flint. What we've done is we've got a 3/8 bolt that goes through the transom hole. There is a spacer in there just to add support to the transom. And then the 4-bolt pattern is here, and underneath there's a slot so that it adjusts for the different NuCanoes. And then once you get that all put together loosely, you tighten up the 3/8 bolt, it sandwiches it all together, it holds it firmly, and then you tighten down the other 4 bolts, which secures it all into place, and then you can use all the features of the 403A mount.
Cool. How soon do you think you'll have it available on your site?
3 to 4 weeks is what we're looking at.
Okay. All right, let's get it out there and test it. So it's a pretty calm day here. I've got the Torqeedo set on low. It's pushing me down the bank, so I'm not just sitting still, and it's giving me new water with every cast. So I'm able to fish while I'm moving. I'm not having to use my hands for anything other than what I need for my rod and reel, and not touching the motor or anything. It's all foot control steering, so it's basically, you know, I'm able to go along, whereas if I didn't have a motor, I'd be using a paddle, and I'd have to take one hand off the rod and to move myself along down this bank to get the clean water. All right, so we're fishing Riprap here. Along the Riprap, this time of the year, the Riprap heats the water up first. It almost acts like a heat rock in the sun. It soaks in the sun's energy, and it heats up the water around it. So the fish will hang out around that. Also, the fish can spawn in these areas. So it's just a high percentage area for this time of the year. So the most important thing that we're looking at here is that water temperature, 55.6, 55.8. I know if you get out into the main part of the lake, it's not quite as warm as it is closer to shore here. And that definitely activates them, draws them in, and gets them chewing. All right, nice fish, nice 18 3/4 incher, weighed in at 3 pound 10 ounce on the crankbait on the Riprap. Let's go ahead and let her. Did you get it?
Got it.
All right, I was getting ready to give you my plug knocker.
Nope.
I just got one free with that. Matt Elliott makes them. Pours the lead, dips the paper clip down in there. I already got one crankbait back doing it. So if you snag again, ask for it, all right?
All right.
So how many did you get?
I got 2.
I got 2 as well. Let's take a look at this map. I think instead of us continually pounding the same Riprap all day, let's take a look at the chart here. You can pull up, we will talk about where we find Riprap. And there's some evidence of where we find it right behind us with all these trucks and everything going by. Let me zoom out, and we're on a road. There's a bridge right there. Okay, so that's one place. So the other places that you're going to find them are, besides the roads, you have the dam further up. So we got the dam right up there. I know up in this, somewhere up in this cove, there's a road that runs along it, and there's a couple bridges through here. But basically, the places that you're finding Riprap, where it's man-made, you know, so you have man-made structures, bridges and roads, you have marinas, and you have the dam. So
bridges, roads, marinas, the dam. Those are the places where, you know, if you can plan out your day and say, all right, we're gonna hit this spot and hit this riprap because it's a good pattern, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna actually pull out and we're gonna drive somewhere. Even though we both have the 915 watt-hour batteries, we could zoom as far as we need to. But you know, it's faster than a Torqeedo motorized kayak because our trucks. So we're gonna go there quickly and put it in a different place and hit some fresh riprap that we haven't hit yet with these square bill crankbaits.
Yep.
You ready to do it?
Yep.
All right. As we take out, though, I do want to do a bow to stern. While we're here, man, let's do the bow to stern of your boat. You can tell us how you rigged this up.
All right, so I put my Humminbird Helix 5 on the front. The NuCanoe battery is underneath the little platform there. Took a piece of 1/2-inch starboard to make that, and then cupped out a little spots for places to set the rods so they don't slide all around. And then my transducer arm right there, I've got that so that I can take my paddle. If I get in the shallow water, then I can just flip it up out of the water. Put a little post there for the action camera on the front. That way it's pointing back at me at all times while I'm filming. That way I get the good shots, the fish catches, and all that good stuff. There's still a little room underneath of this platform for my soft tackle bags. That's where I put all my soft plastics. I don't store any soft plastics in the regular Plano containers anymore. I've got the Torqeedo throttle mounted up, and we've got it turned sideways so that way it makes it a wider area for me, for my legs, with these utilizing the track system in the NuCanoe itself. The anchor wizard is there also, also kept so that it's out of the way of my legs. Got the Select Designs slide control foot pedals here. I've cut them down so I have plenty of movement and plenty of range for my legs to move, and actually I can get almost 180 degrees worth of steering out of those. I put my paddle on the side. I have another soft plastic there. I've got my measuring board tethered to the boat so that if I drop it I don't lose it. Got my crate in the back, battery as far forward as I can in the back, and then the new adapter plate prototype that we have here for the Torqeedo 403A mount. It's been a really solid mount so far today. It's working out really good. So that's going to be a really good option for anybody with a NuCanoe to use with any of the NuCanoe kayaks.
Nice. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one for a spin before we hit our next spot, and I'll go ahead and get our range or speed range numbers to display for you so you can check it out.
So we're out here today on the NuCanoe Pursuit. We've got the new prototype 403 AC adapter plate on the back that just basically puts the 4-hole bolt pattern on the back of this kayak. We've got one for the Feel Free Lure 13.5. We've got one for the Vibe Sea Ghost, the Old Town Predator 13. We have an adapter plate for the Pro Angler. And we've got a Bonafide SS107 that we have one that's getting ready to go into production for that too. We're making a lot of adapter plates to try and make it easy for someone to buy a Torqeedo with the A mount and just bolt it right on so that it makes it as simple as possible. Have you had bass hit when you do a figure eight?
Yes.
I have never had that.
How often do you do it?
Not very often.
I thought doing the figure 8 thing was just a musky thing, but Jeff assures me that bass will hit it too, so we'll give it a whirl. Check that out. That's pretty slick. Gee, that's a big one.
Long. Got it with both hooks too. $19.25. A little deep diving crankbait. A deep diving crankbait on Riprap, 53-degree water.
So with a deep diving crankbait, you know, collision seems to be key. When you can get it down there in the bottom and start having it bounce off of rocks and logs and stuff, you know, it draws those fish out, and then that's how that last fish hit it.
Okay, got a nice 20.25 inch, 4-pound, 11-ounce largemouth with a deep diving crankbait. It's a live target crankbait, square bill deep diver. Just getting it down and banging it around in there. We'll go ahead and get her back in. All right, I'm actually heading in because I gotta get all this footage of these big fish edited.
Good ones today.
Yep.
Real nice ones today.
You did a really nice job with that mount.
Yep.
How soon can people order that?
3 to 4 weeks. We're probably looking first or second week of May.
Okay.
Yep.
Very cool.
By the time we get them cut out and anodized and everything.
All right.
Yep.
Sounds good. Innovative sportsman. See ya.
See ya.